Hey guys, and welcome back to the final part of our whatever 20 duels for this week. I do think I'll have to change the title because we should be safe for gold one. So road to gold one will have to change to road to whatever the next level is after gold one. Not too sure what comes after the rankings. So yeah, we'll have to definitely look at that. Yeah, bit of a shaky road in our last episode. We did lose three of our five games, which is not ideal, but we're trying to end strong here. We have five games left. We're on about 10 wins out of 15 games, which is honestly not too bad. I do want to hopefully go 5 for 5, or at least maximum 4 for 5, just so I can end on a strong, and it will also give us good momentum as we move onwards to gold 1. And we have matched up with someone who does have the pro elite badge and definitely has a higher rating than us, a normal rating than us. So this is going to be a tougher game. But that being said, we do see the holes in the poles, which are usually seen in Thailand. So I am mostly going to guess Thailand here. Not much else around us to go off of. We do see the poles, which seem to have about six insulator caps. So we might just get somewhere towards the middle-ish region. Yeah, definitely see the poles with the little holes on them. The sand is definitely a bit red, so I don't mind my guess, which is to the east. Wow, how annoying is that? We were in Thailand, but towards the south, south of Pattaya and south of yeah, all those places, and he gets in Malaysia. This is almost mostly India. Um, yeah, not too sure. Might be towards Mumbai. It does give me that kind of vibe. It gives me very coastal vibe. Just for some reason, we do see the palm trees in the back. So we're definitely coastal here. I hope I'm on the right coast here with Mumbai or with Maharashtra. I hope it's not towards Orissa or West Bengal. Wow, we're in Kolkata. Yeah, we got the wrong coast, and I'm surprised our opponent got the right kind of area. I don't know if it was like a region guess from his side, but it was definitely a good one. Yeah, not an ideal start, but okay, we do see Spanish writing, and we are going to be in the southern hemisphere. I think a safest bet here is to go for Argentina. I do like the bit of the blue and white color scheme on the sides, which is usually the Argentinian colors, but that doesn't mean anything. I'm just going based on the vibe I'm getting. And we were in Argentina. It was towards the east, towards the Atlantic Ocean. So it's very decent damage. Um, okay, we're in Europe here. We are going to be in um, a very southern Mediterranean country. I want to say it's with the funky uh, stop sign as well. Um, I think south of Spain is a good guess here. I do also think like the beige, reddish, yellowish rooftops or like just the surrounding just gives me very Spanish vibe. I'm just gonna guess a bit north of Malaga. And we were slightly more north towards Valencia. Um, yeah, once again, like the Argentina guess, we were in the right country. And our opponent is somehow always in the right latitudinal guess, if you know what I mean. It's a bit annoying, but shouldn't be too bad. This time we are, for most parts, going to be in Canada. We do have those very northern trees, which definitely experience a good amount of snowfall. Yep, it was honestly really good guess from us towards the border of Alberta, and that's game one done in round five. Great start to our last five games for goal two here, and that pushes us towards our 11th win of goal two in 16 games. And yeah, let's see if we can keep the momentum going. We are faced with someone from China with the Pro Elite badge with uh, a higher rating than us. So again, this could be a tough game. And just from the writing, we are, I want to say, somewhere between Iceland or maybe Norway, with the Fial bin. Just gonna guess towards the west of Norway. We were actually towards the border of Sweden and Norway, which is pretty interesting. I did think it was closer to the water, but not too annoyed by my guess. Definitely closer than our opponents. And yeah, for this one, we're in a dry sub-plateau region. Do see hills in the background. Um, yeah, not much to go off of here. I don't know if that group is specific, if that board or like the company is specific to any country. I do think maybe it could be Turkey, but from the background, the distance, we do see those low-lying hills which are also found in Turkey. So I am just gonna guess in towards the north of the country, and we were much more to the east. Once again, I feel like our deduction was pretty much impressive to some extent. They were able to narrow it down to Turkey. Um, and yeah, let's move on to the next round. We do see Cyrillic writing, but we also do see those uneven poles. So this could be maybe Bulgaria again. We have them. We had Bulgaria once in the last round. See yellow number plate, which is interesting. Could be Serbia as well. I do think Serbia tends to have similar geographies. Could be Russia as well. Might be the safest guess here with the Cyrillic writing. And yep, we were in Russia. We were actually pretty up north towards um basically in the Arctic Circle there. This is written in kilometers. It's got a very interesting pole to the three is to zero ratio. Domingos, we do see the double yellow middle lines, which is usually found in Colombia. Um, this is either Colombia or again in the Amazonian regions of Brazil, but for most part, this should be Colombia. And we were in Ecuador towards the close border, so I guess because we were not able to confirm Colombia, and I think even in one of the earlier episodes, we had Ecuador when we were thinking in the same that green rainforesty belt of South America. It happened to be in Ecuador, so maybe that's a good indicator as we move forward with more games and we push up into the higher ranks. This time it's very dry. It's quite burnt. Uh, it has those Russian kind of flat signs. I'm just gonna guess it was my favorite region in Russia. And wow, we were very west, even west of Moscow towards Ukraine. Yeah, didn't have much to go off there. This one is going to be India with the larger sun appearing in the camera. Just gonna guess towards the middle. Do see a bit of the Devanagari script, which is in the middle and towards the north. And we were in Jharkhand and around that area. So yeah, not too annoyed with that guess. Slightly annoyed he was closer, but just with our guess specifically, we did have an arrow down to the middle, so that's not too bad. And this one, we do see English writing, and we do see those certain trees you see in parts where we do receive a lot of snowfall. Again, I don't know if this is the US or Canada, so I'm just gonna guess in North Dakota, just because it covers the northern states of um, the USA and also some states of Canada. But this could definitely be Canada, and it was. And wow, that's game. Um, yeah, not much to go off there. We did see English, and we couldn't really see any of the speed limit or the maximum signs to deduce if it was Canada or US. But it is what it is. We have 3 games left. Let's try to finish up with 3 wins. That would really put us into some good momentum moving into Gold 1. I do think Gold 1 is confirmed at this point because our um, 11 wins are pretty high from what I believe, from what I can understand from the other scores. Okay, as we move on to game 4 for this video, we do see a bit of Spanish and then we see a red number plate, which is interesting. I need to correct myself, that is Portuguese. So we're in Brazil and we have the 2:1 poor ratio. So that is usually found a bit more towards the south. I'm gonna guess around Belo Horizonte and around the Sao Paulo region, just as a guess. I think Brasilia is also around that area. Do see a lot of banana leaves, so we might be a bit more coastal with the palm trees. Wow, we were very, very up north in maybe even above the Amazon rainforest. And yeah, we didn't lose too many points. Okay, this one is pretty standard, pretty easy. We're in Italy. We see the flag. We see the double yellow double blue number plates. Looks like we're in a pretty touristy city, but Italy again, as I mentioned in one of the earlier videos, is a long country, so it can get quite tricky to pin down to one city. And we were just north of Bologna. Yeah, there was no way I was gonna guess that, and we were in Ferrara, which is which is a city I've never heard of, to be honest. Is that where Ferrari originated from? I have no idea. It does sound like that though. Okay, Governo Provincial. I have come across that in Brazil. I'm not too sure where in Brazil, if I'm being completely transparent. Just gonna see if I can zoom in and narrow it down. But yeah, this is probably not what you want to see when you recognize something. I don't think this should be Mexico, but it's probably one of the cities, one of the countries where I have zoomed in to search for a place. So I think I'm just gonna panic guess into Brazil. It was actually Ecuador. Um, to be honest, yeah, there was probably a 0% chance I was guessing Ecuador there, but once again, we have lost out on a guess on Ecuador, which is trending to be something that we happen to do almost every round, every video. So this one, just gonna region guess and probably shouldn't have. We were in Guatemala, which in hindsight, maybe I should have checked the car. Guatemala does have a very specific Google car. Okay, this time we do see white lines, no yellow lines on the road. The two thick double white lines, so could definitely be Australia as well. But this is very dry, so I'm just gonna guess in the Atacama Andes region. And boom, we were in Chile, which was in the exact region I described. So yeah, honestly, great deduction once again. And we should be able to close the game down here. We do have the momentum on our side. And with this one, um, I do think this is. Estonia. Um, I do think that plus 372 is home to Estonia, and just looking at the signs, um, it is giving very Finnish vibes as well. So I'm gonna guess Estonia because that's gonna be my full. Oh, well, there we go. We have an Estonian flag there. So honestly, pretty impressive. We were able to narrow it down without the flag. But yeah, I've just come across the phone code at some point, so it was a good thing to remember. We were in Estonia towards the Latvian border, but that has given me enough points to defeat our opponent, and that moves us to 12 wins out of 18 games. We have a 66% win ratio. Not too bad. I do want to make sure we win our remaining two games just so we have the momentum going forward. Our overall rating is above 700 now. I'm not sure if it was above 700 at any point in this video. I think it should have been when we won 5 in a row, but our no move rating is definitely moving up with 622. We were sub 600 at one point, so that's a positive sign. Okay, this looks like maybe some Italian hills, some British hills. This could be anywhere in Europe. I'm just gonna guess maybe a bit north in Italy. Yeah, it was Slovenia. Again, I feel like it was like you could sense that it was like just the ending parts of the Alps. So yeah, not too annoyed with that guess. This one we did spot the yellow number plates for a Colombian car. Maki Maki. Again, that gives me very like Hawaii vibes. This could be Hawaii as well. We do see Japanese writing. Is it gonna be Japan? I think we have to go for Japan just because we have this Japan everywhere, like Japanese language. What is that? I don't think we have ever come across. Are we just in the middle of the ocean? Is the game glitching? Yep, no idea what that is. Um, yeah, game. Sorry, self out. This is in Europe again. They've got some very interesting like uh yeah, European signs have got a very interesting font to them. So it becomes pretty evident when you're in Europe. We were in Czechia. We were obviously closer. Um, Not too bad. We're chipping away on some good, decent points of our opponent here. Just need to keep this going. This one, we do see the sun is in the north, so we're going to be in the southern hemisphere. Not too much on the number plates. I think we're just gonna guess maybe, I don't know, Australia, or maybe. Wow, we were actually in Sweden. I did see those round bollards towards the end, which are home to France. So I guess that guess kind of saved me. I'm not sure what could have given me Sweden. I guess it also the number plates did not have the blue European thing, so that's why I was thinking Australia. This is definitely Netherlands. That is as Dutch as it gets, and yeah, just gonna place it somewhere between The Hague and Amsterdam. And yeah, we were towards the German border. That's a good point deduction once again. I think we're maybe one good guess away. This is South Korea. We're going to be they. I think the greenhouses are mostly found towards the south, or maybe like the central parts of the country. Well, ignore what I just said. We were in Seoul, maybe even north of Seoul. Yeah, a bit north of Seoul. I guess makes sense because of the latitudinal position. It does see snow. This one, do you see a yellow number plate with the sun in the north? I mean, sun in the south, so we're going to be in the northern hemisphere. some interesting polls there. So I think we're gonna look towards the dry regions of Greece. Could be Bulgaria as well with interesting polls. We were in the Middle East, which is pretty interesting. But that does mean we win game 4 of this video. That is 19 games done with 13 wins. Honestly, that's a great ratio to start with. Not too annoyed. One last game before we end this video, before we end our road to gold 1. I think we are almost confirmed with gold 1. We are faced up with someone who's on a 4-game losing streak and has a much lower uh, rating than us. So this should be pretty standard. We should win this, have this in the bag. Um, Again with this one's interesting because you see the stone walls, they do symbol the UK. However, the vibes which I'm getting are not very British, but this might be somewhere north or just somewhere very south. But mostly to the north, I think. We do see that we have a water body to our north here. Um, yeah, we could be either to the very northeast or to... Oh wow, we're in Malta, which I'm not too annoyed with just because Malta does have similar structure in terms of like they also drive on the left side of the road and they do like the stone as well. This one, not too sure, not much to go off here. It's very green, but like a very interesting, like it's like a very shrubbery green. We don't have too many big trees, so I'm just gonna go with Ecuador just because it's kind of vibe I'm feeling. And honestly, okay, we were in Peru, but it was very close to the Ecuadorian border, which I think is a great guess from us. And yeah, just felt like maybe because we have seen previous Ecuadorian rounds go towards the green and heavy forest belt, maybe the drier regions meant towards Peru. We're gonna be in South America again for this one, and this is going to be a Spanish-speaking country. We don't see the yellow number plate, so this is not going to be Colombia. Is there anything that can give it away? Not really. Just gonna slap it in Bolivia. It's in the middle of just all those countries. Just a safety guess. And we were in Ecuador again. This time towards the Colombian border. Wow, we've got quite a large number of Ecuadorian rounds here. Which, to be honest, uh, are could be a symbol of the greatness of Moises Caicedo. He is the best player in the world right now. He's the best midfielder in the world for sure. And this one is going to be in outside. I would say this is either Peru or Bolivia. Could be outside Sucre or La Paz as well. But with the dryness and the hilliness, I do think this could be Peru. And we were in Bolivia, but that is close enough to defeat this opponent. And it's a great end to the video. I think we won 4 of our last 5 games. That's 14 wins out of 20. It's a great end to goal 2, and think uh, I think we are pretty safe here in goal 2. We should be moving on to goal 1. And honestly, no move. 9 wins out of 13 is great. And that's it for the video. Thank you guys once again, and stay updated for my next video where I reveal if I made it to goal 1 and if we stuck to position 1 in goal 2.